Okay then, let's get back to it. In sync with her voice, the dark fog covering the area receded. Is it neutralizing the chaos energy? Only heard rumors of this ability and it activated by singing. Even in the confusion where visibility was next to none, Arya continued her song. I don't know how, but thanks to that, things seem to have stabilized. Even so, unless Captain removes the core inside, the source of chaos won't disappear. After a deep breath, the command followed like roaring thunder. Everyone, protect Arya while we take out the enemy. Now then. Do I need to fix my sound? Okay, no, sounds good. Which is quiet for that segment. Epilogue 1. Cleanup. Sometime after the incident concluded, Adamhide points out the window. When they opened the door and entered, Renoa and Hyde-Marie, sitting at their desks with their exhausted faces, looked up. They looked more tired than I was than when exploring chaos, as if they hadn't rested properly for days.
함장 씨,
Oh, Captain.
현장 수습은 대강 끝났어요.
The on-site cleanup is mostly finished.
아직 다른 일들은 많이 남아 있지만.
Though, there's a lot of other work left. Thanks to the efforts of the agents who were at the scene, the casualties were very minimal compared to the scale of the incident. However, what the Emperor focused on wasn't the number of casualties, but something else.
나이트메어호의 분석 결과는 나왔어? 그 카오스 핵은
Have the analysis results from the SS Nightmare come in? That chaos core. Just as expected. The structure of the core that bloomed at Cella's stage this time pointed to the same origin as the Theater of Illusions. The center of chaos that blooms only in planets and expands its range based on that foundation. The Chaos Order has found a way to excise and separate cores from chaos, then make them bloom again. Until now, there was a perception that space and arcs were safe from chaos, except in special cases like being swept into the influence of an ultra-large-scale chaos. But now that bulwark has been broken down by the Chaos Order. Naturally, the Empire was closely monitoring the situation.
직접 본 사람이 그렇게 많으니까 입단속 같은 건 불가능한 일이라고 생각했는데.
Since so many people witnessed it directly, I thought keeping it quiet would be impossible.
이렇게까지 깔끔하게 덮을 수 있을지는 몰랐어요.
I didn't know they could cover it up this cleanly.
역시 제국은 제국이라는 걸까요?
I guess the Empire is the Emperor after all. Admiral lowered her gaze with a bitter expression. It's what they always do. The bloom of the Theater of Illusions that occurred on the SS Identity was announced as an unfortunate accident at Cella's stage. Ordinary citizens across space would simply feel sorry about the small accident, then continue with their daily lives. Just forgetting about Tenebria? Okay.
물론 이번 일을 그대로 발표하면 다들 충격받을 거라는 건 알지만.
Of course, I know everyone would be shocked if this were announced as is, but
정말
is this really the right thing to do?
옳은지는 모르겠지만 질서를 유지하기 위해서는 필요한 일일지도 모르죠.
I don't know if it's right, but it might be necessary to maintain order. Renoa said that reluctantly.
저 이번 일만 정리되고 나면 은퇴할까 봐요.
Once this matter is settled, I am thinking of retiring. Didn't you just get elected mayor?
그치만 이런 걸 보고 있으면 자신이 없어져서요.
But seeing things like this makes you lose confidence.
아, 그렇지. 저도 나이트메어호에 타는 건 어때요? 저 정도면 꽤 괜찮은 전력 아닌가요?
Right. What about joining the SS Nightmare? Wouldn't that be a pretty decent firepower? Former Renoma's gaze turned cold. Perhaps exhausted from paperwork, she quietly sighed and turned her head.
테네브리아 양은?
What about Tenebria? We're searching, but not yet. A similar situation had occurred with Rita, but this time things were different. Unlike Rita, who possessed the ability to drift through the void and observe worlds, it was uncertain whether Tenebria had the capacity to detect and capture signals, even if the SS Nightmare transmitted them. Heimer's expression darkened. There was one part of the information manipulation that Heimer had actively cooperated with.
아리아 양이 추모 공연을 열 거라고 하더라고요.
I heard Aria is holding a memorial concert.
그런 건 필요 없는데.
That kind of thing isn't necessary. A high atmosphere enveloped the room. Small gas came from the corridor beyond the wall. Then the door opened and Anohide appeared, raising her hand to point outside the window.
감자, 저기 봐.
Captain, look over there.
하늘에서 친구가 떨어지고 있어.
The sky, someone is falling. Renoa, Heidemarie, and everyone turned their heads toward the window following that cry. Above Stella's sage, through a rift that appeared in the empty sky, a single beam of light, glowing bright pink, was falling. The nightmare is ongoing. The girl who lived within a dream takes one step forward to reach that dream. Anytime. That was pretty tough. Great job, Yuki. It's because you moved into Meadow without backup, Chief. It would have been easier if you told us in advance. Sometimes you have to improvise, Amir. If I hadn't moved alone to tail them, the other side wouldn't have shown up. In the end, if it weren't for the captain, it would have been a disaster. I told you, improvise. I did that because I trusted the captain. I did my part. You always have the upper hand, don't you? I'm SID chief. Of course I have the upper hand. Still, comforting a child is hard. Oh, Adderhide, don't cry. We'll only be separated for a little while, right? Stop. Laura turns to look away, breaking out in a cold sweat. Yuki and Amiro are also sweating nervously, avoiding eye contact. It took a while before Adderhide finally calmed down. Are you feeling a little calmer now? Yeah. Seriously, when you cry like that, it puts me in a tough spot too. We're both being terrifying anyway, so we'll see each other again. But still, Clara, we're friends. I know. No matter where you go or what you do, that will never change, Adderhide. Okay. Geez, your eyes are all puffy. Clara gives a wry smile as she gently wiped Adderhide's face with the tissue. You can't cry like that just because you're not around, okay? The Special Investigations Department of the SS Justicia will always welcome you, Clara. Given the courage you've shown, I'm sure you'll be welcomed anytime, really. Huh? Come to think of it, I think I had a similar offer. Clara's gaze turned toward me. Captain said if I was interested, I should visit the SS Nightmare sometime, with Adderhide sometime. Captain said that? It's not easy to earn that kind of recognition, at least when it comes to the Chaos exploration. I think you're both the qualities of excellent agents. Performance of the SS identity was remarkable. Edward's growth has been especially noticeable. Of course, it's only about potential. I don't want to command that you risk your lives. Clara, are you going to the princess ship? I want to go too. I better clear my schedule as soon as possible, it seems. Let's play together again. You too, Captain. Anytime. We're going on another adventure together. Edo, you love adventures, right? Yeah, I love them. Even. Edo's voice trailed off mid-sentence. His excited voice turned inward, and suddenly Adderhide quickly clutched something. The teddy bear she always carried was gently clutched in her hand. Edo? What's wrong? It's nothing. Adderhide quietly lowers her head. I was just wondering where Mr. Bear might be. Mr. Bear? My old friend. He helped Edo become a good child. Maybe we can see him again. He's dead. You want to look for Miss Bear together? Yeah, okay. Next time let's go on an adventure together. Rest in peace, Mr. Bear. Interdimensional Gap. Epilogue 2. Everyone's Tomorrow. Who was waiting for Tenebria beyond the void was... Huh?
여긴...
Oh, it's voiced. Where is this? In the twisted space all around, Tenebria looked around blankly. Something feels alien. Can I actually turn this one? I can! In the bizarre darkness where even time and space don't function properly. The only thing visible is herself, reflected in a mirror.
아이돌이라. 고작 그런 꿈을 이루고 싶어서 그렇게 아득바득 살아있는 건가요? 내 분신?
So yeah, this is clearly Witch Tenny looking at this world through the mirror as Idol Tenny is trapped in this dimension. An idol, huh? Is that the kind of dream you were clinging on for dear life to achieve? My other self?
너 누구야?
Who are you? Your other possibility, perhaps.
가능성이 당신이 될 수도 있었던 존재. 당신이 내린 다른 선택지가 쌓여서 만든 당신.
An existence you could have been. A you created by the accumulation of different choices you made.
뭐 당신보다 더 나은 형태의 당신이겠죠?
Well, a better version of you than now, I suppose. Those words ring like a spell, sweeping through the twisted space. Although Tenebria was in pain and felt like her entire body was being wrung out, she opened her eyes even wider.
헛소리를 하고 있어!
Talking nonsense.
저항하는 모습이 우습네요.
Your resistance is amusing.
어차피 우린 언젠가는 다시 만나게 될 텐데 말이죠.
After all, we're bound to meet again someday. Anyway.
이 세계는 당신이 인식하는 것보다 훨씬 더 연약하고 부서지기 쉽고 복합적이랍니다.
This world is far more fragile, breakable, and complex than you can perceive.
회색 여자가 존재하는 한 우린 언제든 만날 수 있어요.
As long as the Grey Woman exists, we can meet anytime.
그러니 차라리 지금 당장 하나가 되어버리는 건 어때요?
So why don't we just become one right now?
당신과 내 수고를 조금이라도 덜 수 있게.
Save you and me a little trouble at least.
일단 한 가지.
First of all, one thing.
난 너 같은 거랑은 달라.
I'm not like someone like you. Something like you.
당신이 가지고 있는 무한한 가능성을 모르고 있어요.
You don't know the infinite possibilities you hold.
당신은 원래
You were originally
아이돌이야.
an idol.
은하 최고의 아이돌.
What do you think she was really gonna say here? You're originally A fake? A creation? What? The galaxy's greatest idol.
내가 그렇게 되기로 결정했어.
That's what I've decided to become.
다른 누구도 아닌 내가 내 의지로.
No one else, but me, by my own will.
다른 녀석이 끼어드는 건 용납 못해.
I won't tolerate anyone else interfering.
그러니까 꺼져버려!
So, get lost. With those words, the world that surrounded her began to shatter. The nightmare is ongoing. Galaxy's idol. A dream of a shining girl continues.
메시지를 재생합니다.
Plain message.
안녕, 테네브리야.
Hello, Tenebria.
네가 이걸 듣고 있다면 넌 살아남았고 난
I know.
죽었다는 소리겠지.
If you're hearing this, that means you survived and I died.
나는 함께하지 못하겠지만 그래도 축하해.
I won't be able to be with you, but congratulations anyway.
용서해달라고는 하지 않을게. 내게는
I won't ask for
선택의 여지가
forgiveness.
없었거든.
I had no choice.
나도 카오스 교단에서 만들어진 몸이니까.
I too was a work of the Chaos Order.
너보다 더 명확한 목적을 가지고 태어난.
Born with a more definite purpose than you.
카오스 너머에서 교가 숭배하는 교주를 부활시키는 게 내 목적이야.
My purpose was resurrect the sect leader that the Order worships from beyond chaos.
너와는 달리 나는 거절조차 할 수 없었어.
Unlike you, I couldn't even refuse.
내 삶은 어디에도 없었어.
My
시작부터.
life never existed. Anywhere, not from the start.
그러니까
So,
비록 교단에 조종당하는 몸으로 옆에서 지켜보는 것뿐이었지만
though I could only watch from the sidelines, being a puppet of the cult,
너라도 대신 하고 싶은 걸 해주었으면 했어.
I wanted you to do what you wanted to do in my place.
길다면 길고 짧다면 짧은 시간이었지만
It felt like forever and no time at all.
너는 정말 아름답게 그걸 이뤄줬어.
But you accomplished it so beautifully.
반짝반짝 빛나는 네 모습은 정말로 아름다웠어.
Your sparkling, shining figure was truly beautiful.
노래를 부르며 사람들을 행복하게 해주는 네 모습은 내 꿈이 대신 이루어지는 것 같았어.
Watching you sing and make people happy felt like my dream was being fulfilled in your place.
멋졌어, 테네브리야.
You were amazing, Tenebria.
내 인생 최고의 우상,
The greatest idol of my life.
내 보물. 누가 뭐라 해도 나에겐 네가 최고였어.
My treasure. No matter what anyone says, you were the best to me.
나는 못 보겠지만 네 무대가 나의 마그넘 오프스야.
I won't get to see it. Your performance is my magnum opus.
공연 잘 끝내면 좋겠네.
I hope you'll carry out the performance to the end.
도와주지 못해서 미안해.
I'm sorry I can't help you.
조금 더 잘해주지 못해서 미안해.
I'm sorry I couldn't treat you better.
케이크 싫어하게 만들어서 미안해.
I'm sorry for making you hate cake.
부디 행복하게 끝까지 반짝반짝 빛나줘, 테네브리야.
Please be happy until the end. Keep shining bright, Tenebria.
메시지를 종료합니다.
Ending message.
메시지를 재생합니다.
Plain message.
안녕, 테네브리야. 네가 이걸 듣고 있다면 넌 살았.
그 녀석 방에서 발견된 거야.
It was found in that girl's room.
원래는 증거품이라 반출 못하는데 특별히 가져왔어.
Normally, you can't take evidence out, but I brought it specially. Thanks, Yuki. Yuki waved her hand as if to say, "Don't mention it," and disappeared. Watching that figure disappear, I sat down silently beside Tenebria. Tenebria stares with vacant eyes at Alkina's repeating message. With a whiff of oblivion beyond chaos, Tenebria miraculously returned. After she returned, Tenebria seemed like someone who had lost something that should never be lost. But even so, I believe she will rise again. Because...
함장,
Captain,
카오스와 싸우는 게 업이라고 했지?
you said fighting chaos is your job? Yes,
나는
I am.
아이돌이 내 업이야.
Being an idol was my job.
그래도 불러줘.
Still, call on me.
나 도움이 될 거야.
be
이전에도
helpful.
봤겠지만
You've seen it before.
녀석들에게 대가를 치르게 해주겠어.
Make those bastards pay the price. Beyond the pool of tears, Tenebra's eyes were shining brightly. You're always welcome. On the SS Nightmare, there will always be a place reserved for the galaxy's greatest idol.
울적한 얘기는 여기까지.
So, she got ripped into the other dimension. She had a debate with Witch Tenebria. Then the dimension she was in shattered and she was dropped into the ship from space. Well, not space, just high up in the atmosphere of the ship. With those words, Tenebria stood up from her seat and patted her cheeks energetically.
함장,
Captain,
내 공연에도 함장은 언제나 환영이야.
you're always welcome to my performances too, Captain.
당신의 자리는 항상 마련해둘 테니까 꼭 보러 와줘.
I'll always have a seat reserved for you, so make sure to come and watch. I'll be looking forward to it.
뭘 먼 일처럼 말하고 있어. 지금 가야 하는데.
Yeah. It was a fracture of a rift anyway, so it makes sense. It was unstable. Well, we're talking like it's distant. We need to go now. Not sure what happened in front of the rift. Tenebria grabbed my wrist and pulled me forcefully.
오늘 밤이 리벤지 콘서트잖아. 잊었어?
She does not know. She rejected that. Tonight's the revenge concert, remember? Did you forget?
맨 앞에서
It is
제대로
worth
관람해야
noting,
해.
though, that she does have her eyes turn red, so she's still got a little bit of that inside of her, but it's not in control. You need to watch properly from the front row.
끝나고 나면 감상평 물어볼 거니까 하나라도 놓치면 화낼 줄 알아.
After it's over, I'm going to ask for your review. If you miss even one thing, I'll be angry. I'll do my best. Again, I myself be dragged along with a wry smile. Fortunately, it seems the dreams of the galaxy's greatest idol still sparkles brightly. The nightmare is ongoing. Well, main OG Tenny didn't do it willingly. She asked for the pain to be removed, so she was trapped within her own mind. So that wasn't really willing. Which Tenny did it because she was about to be erased from existence. It's like, neither of them really chose the power, but a series of incidents that took place aboard the SS Identity have drawn to a close. The actors stepped down stage and each walked their own path. The route of Stella's stage was not frequently visited when no performances were scheduled. But today, Two figures who seem to have little connection to a place like it were engaged in conversation. Rosaria, what are you doing here? The incident in Celestate was most regrettable. If I had provided more information, we could have minimized the damage. No, the information you shared was tremendously helpful. If not for the tip that the Chaos Order had infiltrated, the damage would have been greater. Perhaps even to a degree that the Empire would have struggled to cover up. It wasn't purely out of the goodness of my own heart. This incident opened up a seat on the expert committee and I profited from it as well. There's one more thing I'd like to discuss. Rosaria turned to look at Sylvia. Have you had a chance to consider the proposal I made? What do you think? Is there anything else you would like to add? I believe I mentioned the business proposal should be directed at the mayor's office. You know very well that this isn't what this is, don't you, Sylvia? Yes, exactly. I have no interest in a business partnership. It's you I'm interested in. A celebrated mathematical prodigy, and on top of that, a creation gift. Getting straight on the path of being an agent along the way, who knows where you'd be now. I don't believe there's an appropriate topic for a place like this. Sylvia cut the impassioned Rosaria off with a cold tone. Apologies, how rude of me. But I do want to emphasize that this would very much be like to collaborate with you, Sylvia. Sylvia. If a formal position is too much, perhaps a sponsorship. If that's all you had to discuss, I'll take my leave. The mayor is waiting for me. Sylvia. Humanity is currently at war with chaos. A single talented individual can save countless lives. I'm not saying that working in the mayor's office isn't important, but there is a position far better suited to your abilities, Sylvia. Don't you think so? A faint sigh escaped Sylvia's lips. I appreciate the offer, but please direct any business proposals to the mayor's office. As to firmly assert that she was, above all else, the mayor's secretary, Sylvia firmly declined the proposal, gave a brief nod and walked past Rosaria, descending from the rooftop. My, she shot down rather coldly, wasn't I? There will be plenty of opportunities ahead. Mayor, I'm ready to deliver today's... What are you doing? Oh, Sylvia. I was trying to make lunch. You were? I put a dish in the oven and turned it on and things went a bit sideways? Oh. Sylvia gazed drifted toward the oven. The dish she usually used for snacks had melted and black smoke was drifting out of the oven. It was already impossible to tell what food had been inside. Sylvia rubbed her temples with her fingers to suppress the rising headache. What's with so many people being incompetent of cooking in this? You shouldn't put that kind of dish in the oven. Oh, really? Let's get some ventilation in here, then clean it up together. Thank you. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do without you, Sylvia. Indeed. Oh, right, Sylvia. In the documents that came in recently, there's a proposal from the Astron Corporation about a collaboration with you. Did you look into it? Yes, I spoke with the CEO about it. Already? So, how did it go? She didn't seem like a bad person. Oh, I see. So, she was a good person. So, are you going to work with her? At the cautiously posed question, Sylvia shook her head firmly. No. There's someone else who's a good person to me. More importantly, Miss Hyde-Marie, there's still smoke coming out. You should finish cleaning up first. Oh my. Watching Hyde-Marie bumble about in the front of the oven, Sylvia shook her head as she opened the window. Honestly, you really can't live without me, can you? And that is the current season story completed. Is this what I was looking for? No. No more poles there. So it is time to get Tenebria. 110 pole? No 10. That's 14.
Time to shine. 설마 한눈 팔고 있던 건 아니겠지?
That was early. That was 15 poles. But I said based on how my luck goes, I'd be doing multiple. So here it is. None there. 19. Bro. 2 5 stars.
Time to shine.
2
설마
Tenebrias.
한눈 팔고 있던 건 아니겠지?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nine. 19. 29. 39. 49. There it is, with the 5 star. This is 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59.
변치 않는 당신의 검이 되겠습니다.
I want to get her partner first. $15. 25. 35. 45. 55.
함장님만을 위한 무대 최선을 다해 노래할게요.
Last one, 65. Yeah. Based on how my next 10 goes, that's going to determine if I roll anymore or not. $10. 20. 30. 40. 50.
타임 투 샷.
Yep, that's it.
설마 한눈
Another like
팔던 건
just
아니겠지?
that's it. $54. Okay then. That's all I was gonna go for then. So let's see.
관리가
E1 Ren.
필요한가요? 아, 안개 속에서도 제가 보이시나요?
Take it.
새로운 모습을 보여줄게.
E2.
새로운 모습을 보여줄게.
With an aria.
무대에 올라갈 준비는 끝났어요. 안녕, 함장. 내 얼굴 보러 왔어?
For 34K, that's not bad. But okay. With that, and with that, that's everything I had planned for this stream today. So, take care, Protoss, and until 0 turns to 1, and make sure to keep informed of the lore and story of KS0 Nightmare. Keep her out.